Hello everyone, I'm going to take my glasses off. I promised, well, maybe not promised, but I can't think of his screen name right now. But I had one dedicated subscriber, very nice guy, seemed very nice. Found out he has a visually impaired brother, so it's pretty cool to find out. That he wanted to see my eyes, or, well, not me, but I mean him specifically, but saying maybe, everybody would want to start to see my beautiful eyes, which I thought was a nice comment. So I'll try to do that more. I'll try to do some videos without my glasses, but I have to start the video at least with them on, and I'll put them back on towards the end of the video. So anyway, that was just a little side note. Okay. I recently did a video on bullying. This is bullying part 2. I'll get to what I'm going to talk about in this in a minute. But basically, I was just talking about how bullying is a real problem, and then I was mainly focusing on, I said it in a well-rounded way that, anybody can do it, but we were talking probably a little more focused on other children doing it. And I made a little note that, teachers are models too. And if they're not on board, then it's going to be even more out of hand. So, if you haven't seen that video yet, please go check it out. And for everybody who has sent me a comment or a private message, I just want to thank you very much. Very important subject, and I'm very happy with the feedback that I got. And it seemed like it really meant a lot to some of you too. So, I'm glad. I like to make videos like that. So anyway, on with it. Bullying part 2. Here we go. What I want to talk about in this video is basically adults. The main focus of adults bullying children, specifically. There's a particular story I want to bring up in my own experience that I definitely want to shed some light on, and maybe this will, maybe the stories you out there weren't even thinking about. I don't know. So let's see what comments I get from this. This would be pretty interesting. But basically, like I said in my bullying video, the first one, in some instances it starts at home. You gotta help the children out, and they start to learn at home. Not only home, but that plays a factor. And unfortunately, some of these children didn't get it when they were young. They're gonna grow up to be not definite, but they could grow up to be a older bully when they grow up. And unfortunately, what the main problem is that because they're adults, if they can more so get away with it than a child bothering another child, because a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't believe our children, or a teacher won't, parent, or just anybody, they'll just believe, well, hey, this is just a child, especially if they have a record, like a label put to them that they're troubled child or whatever, and the adult is just bullying them, and partly because they feed on that, and they won't believe them, and, or just nothing will happen. They won't take it that serious, and that's a huge problem. So, getting to my story. Like I said in bullying 1, I worked with the special ed class. Well, another way I tried to fit in high school, I've had a problem all throughout my school life, but high school was probably the absolute worst. They basically what happened is it's crazy. Is that I like to sing, and for those of you who have been my subscribers for a while and I've saw some of my singing videos, that music is a lot to me too. So, I like to sing and I write some of my own music. I have one original on here. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. So I tried to find my place in a choir, and that was one place I thought I was going to be able to fit it. Because anytime there was something going on or some music production, I tried to be a part of it, and people looked at me differently. Singing has done wonders for me. So anyway, I went in the choir, tried to be a part of the school choir. Well, first, I had a friend who was intellectually challenged as well as visually impaired, and she was very intellectually challenged. She was one of those, if somebody teased her, she wouldn't realize it. She wouldn't know. And that bothers me to no end when people feed off of that. And basically, he used to be like, "Oh, how many fingers do I have up? Oh, you can't see me. Oh, you don't even understand." And and he constantly was making fun of her, and she was just, she didn't get it, and he was just laughing at her, and the class is laughing at her, and then, he tried to tease me, but I'm not intellectually challenged. I knew exactly what he was doing, and, I gave it back to him, and he just got mad and tried to kick me out, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I don't want to come back." Before then, backing up, that was the more major part, but before then, I tried out for a solo, and somebody told me and I didn't get it, and somebody told me they overheard, that he felt I should have had it, but he didn't want to give me that satisfaction, so he didn't want anybody, he didn't want someone visually impaired to get the lights. Because I was visually impaired, he didn't give it to me. So, and the class was saying, "You're really good. You should have got the lead." And apparently, he felt the same way, but he didn't give it to me, all because of that. So anyway, I told my teacher of the visually impaired. She also taught this intellectually challenged friend of mine, and she was mad. And with her help, we went to the school and complained, and last minute they decided not to fire him. They almost did, but they didn't. I was outraged. I don't know if they partly didn't believe us or what the story was, but he ended up staying. But, karma comes back to you, and a couple of years later, he ended up doing some sexual thing to somebody in the school, and now he's fired. Go figure. Crazy, huh? Really crazy. Lucky he didn't try to do anything. It makes me wonder now if he tried to do anything to my friend the days I wasn't there. It's sad. It's unbelievable. So anyway, it's a real problem, and I just felt like I had to address that too. And if anybody has any further comments, questions, anything, feel free. Even if it's something you would want to share, but not, in public, please send me a private message. Even use my regular email. I'll give it out. It is JENAYALS@gmail.com. Okay? I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter. Okay? Twitter, it's the same email. No, sorry. Twitter, it's the same YouTube. My name, JLS1114. Facebook, you can look me up, Janaea Smith. JENAYASMITH. And look forward to hearing from you all. Okay? So thank you again for watching, and have a nice day. And I hope you liked the view about my glasses. I gotta put them on. I'm about to shut this off, and thanks again. Bye.